Okay, we are here for another episode of Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sharon Talderskill, celebrity publicist, motivational speaker, and number one international best-selling author of the number one habit series for entrepreneurial success and My Now Entrepreneur, which you can both find on Amazon.com. Welcome, everyone. Hi, so Sister Angie Lake. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Macy Days, number one, I absolutely love light and energy to you. I appreciate you. I love all of you guys for just showing up. Like, that means so much to me because life is short. And how you decide to spend it, you better spend it well. And you guys are deciding to spend that time with me. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm on a high right now, like literally just on life. I appreciate you all. I hope that you are being inspired by these conversations because I sure have. I feel like I got a glow from being graced to have these conversations every single week. It is amazing that you guys, like, I'm looking at the numbers and you guys show up every single week. I got my Twitter friends on here, probably one or two people from the LinkedIn and just from everywhere. And I appreciate you guys. Today is a special show for me because I have been following this artist for years, literally years. I have been following him for years, and it is so amazing how life works. Like, if you answer to the calling, you never know who you'll meet on your journey. You never know who you'll get to work with or who you'll get to have a conversation with. You just let life be and you just start to fall in love with the process of it. And I've literally found myself now falling in love with the process. And this gentleman that I am bringing on has literally been compared to like that DMX, that fire, that energy that he has. And I am so grateful to be bringing on Connie's son. Let me put in his tag here. I'm so bad at that, guys, right? Every time I'm like, I just want to get right into the conversation. But let me put his... bear with me because I don't want to spell it wrong. Hey, Meech. I got Cleveland in the house today. Yes. Hey, Jai Libra. I hope I spelled it right. Oh, there go the wifey. Hi, Shanti _ always. Hello. My health dosage. Hello. I am trying to pin his name here so that we can move forward. Connie. I knew I was missing something. Okay. Yes, you all the way live from the Netherlands. I appreciate you, Queen. Thank you. Love, light, and energy to you. Thank you so much, you guys, for the donations. I sincerely appreciate it. I promise it'll go on good ground. Thank you. Oh, wow. Shout out to my sponsor, 10K Cards. Okay, let's get started here. Sent the request. DJ Candy Mac, I see you. George A. Washington, hello. I'm just waiting on my guests. Wow, you guys are showing up and showing out. Thank you. And give a donation and buying badges. Thank you. I appreciate you. New York City is here. Hi, Brenda. Hello. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if he's here. What time is it? Yep, 6:09. Okay. Send another one. All right. Or you can also oh, you gotta upgrade the app in order for you to join. So go out, upgrade it real quick, and then come back. Because it won't yeah, you gotta upgrade the app in order to join. Thank you guys for being here. Hello, hello, hello. We're just waiting, having a little technical. Meet the Shredder, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. So today, I hope that as we wait for our guests, I hope that each and every one of you are finding something to be grateful for. This is one of the lessons that I learned from a beautiful queen that's on here, J.Livra. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, every single day I write and I try. But I always give gratitude and I'm always saying my affirmations. But I think it's so beautiful to write down, what you're grateful for. At least find one thing to, to say thank you. Yep, just say thank you. Aw. Let's see. Okay, let's try it again. All right. Isn't that crazy that I can tell that your phone not updated?
Yeah.
This technology is something else, I'm telling you.
Right.
Wow. Right. So I already introduced you. Let me just get right into it. I'm Sharon Talderskill. I am a celebrity publicist. I worked in music entertainment for over 10 years, quietly in the background, until a couple years ago, my mentor was like, hey, people should know who you are. It's okay. And then I had to realize it's not even about me. It's about being an inspiration to the people so that they know that it's possible and all of that. It's a big responsibility when you say, okay, hello to my gift, my calling, my purpose, the reason why I wake up every day. That's a big responsibility because so much happened along the way. So here we are, June, I believe. Don't quote me. My mind runs too fast. I decided to start doing conversations, checking in with everybody because all of my events were canceled. I had a nervous breakdown, I feel like, for about 2 weeks because there was nothing on my schedule to do. I literally started to develop this culture around go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. Not chase it because I'm now at a point where it's it's not even about that anymore. But I just started to become a robot. And then it started to become a thing. Choose your path. Bring on more people that you're inspired by, Sharon Tell. Have these conversations. And one day I seen you on Facebook and you were talking to a young lady who kind of looked like she was on another planet somewhere. She was young. And I was like, wow, that's an amazing man right there. He really cares about our people. And the thing about this IG Live is that I want to bring people who are okay with being who they are, being okay with just having a transparent conversation and knowing and trusting enough that I'm not going to be asking anything that I'm ready to put onto the New York Times. That's not what this is about. Because when you put, publicists behind that, what's the intent? And my intent is love. My intent is I want to be able to connect to the people. And, just watching your journey from here on the East Coast. I left Cleveland 15 years ago. And I've been watching your journey over the years. And I think that's amazing. There was a part where you would get on in the morning. You would say some morning you know,
Yeah, right, right, right.
affirmations and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden you weren't there anymore. You were
Right.
on your way to a place that no one ever wants to find themselves.
Mm.
If you flow with me, it all makes sense because I'll be all over the place. And then
No,
when
you
I
good.
seen that, I said, "Oh my goodness, wow!" Praying as if like I've never met you in person, but it felt like no way he didn't do that. You
Right.
just, something about listening to a person's vibration when they speak, they put out a certain frequency. And if you're in tune to that, you can tell whether people are telling the truth or not. I mean, it's not rocket science, but you got to be in
No doubt.
tune. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. And I said, wow. And then to see you walk out of there, but so much had happened during that time.
Mm.
Let's talk about perseverance.
Yeah. Um, First of all, I want to thank you for having me on your platform. I appreciate it. It's an honor and it's a blessing to be acknowledged by someone who who been through the same thing as I've been through. You know what I mean? As far as a woman as well, because this type of connection don't happen often. Men and women giving each other affirmations about what they've been through. You know what I mean? So I want to commend you on that, and I thank you for having me on your platform. But yeah, it was a real tough journey. Um, I always had it hard since a child, and I always understood it. You know, like I understood that um, lessons don't come from blessings. I used to complain about it a lot. I'm not going to lie and say I always understood it. When I was a child, I used to complain about it a lot. But, how do you find diamonds? You got to dig for them. How do you find gold? You got to, anything that's worth value come from a dirty place, a place
Mm-hmm.
where you got to work. Anything that's really worth like value, like something like this, it hurts. It hurts.
It's
Everybody
really,
want it. Everybody want it, but don't nobody want the pain that you go through to get that. So understanding that the pain is gonna be real, I roll with it and I accept it and I embrace it. And I know it's only coming from God because God is not gonna bless you all the time. The devil would do that. You know what I mean? The devil going, you think his blessings just coming from God. No, it's the devil. He the one who took Jesus to the mountain and was like, I give you all this. The reason why Jesus turned it down because Jesus understood that if I don't put the work in, I don't get the muscle. So how you gonna give me strength without giving me the work? I want to till, I want to dig and till the grass. I want to, you know what I mean? So it's an understanding and struggle. People are afraid of that struggle. Look at the youth nowadays. They're pulling out pistols. They're afraid to lick their wounds and go home and realize that you got to keep your hands up, live to fight another day. They don't want to see the lessons. Everybody want to cut the line and get straight to the top.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I understand the struggle. I love where I'm at, you know what I mean? And I just want to be a beacon of light of people that's going through struggle. Like, you going to get through it. You know what I mean? It's people that went through it before you, and it's going to be people that go through it after you. But if you don't go through it, they won't have nobody to look up to, you know?
Whew. And that's a heavy cross to bear at
Yeah.
times. I'm definitely grateful when I look back at situations that happen at Cleveland. Like I'm happy to have survived domestic violence. It happened,
Mm,
wrestling with guns and being life flighted and
mm,
ICU and comas. Like I survived all of that, right? And then you get to a point where you're like,
right.
okay, no more of that. I'm just going to come to New York City with $250. I'm leaving my house in Cleveland Heights that I worked so hard for. I'm leaving
Mm,
everything, even children, and with the
mm,
hopes that the family is going to have their word when I get back.
no
You
doubt.
understand what I'm saying? Because you got to set on that path. If you
Hmm.
don't, then you're going to be sacrificing the people. You're going to
Yes,
be
you will.
sacrificing the people at the end of the day. So I'm glad that you're continuing on your path, even with so much happening. You have like persevered and just continue to move forward. I seen your queen on here. I believe it's like
Hmm.
over 100 people on here now. And I wanted to say hello to her. Hi, Tamika Lee. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. How do you perceive fear?
Um, I don't understand. Like I go, fear is having fear. You should fear having that. Because on the other side, Yeah, you should fear having fear, because on the other side of fear is who you truly is. You just won't
Yeah,
go see. You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah, I do know what you mean. I did a show with Bishop Jakes and Dr. Oz a couple years ago, and I had got offered a very big international TV deal, but I did
Mm,
not turn it down.
congratulations.
Partially, thank you. Partially, I didn't do it though. Partially was like fear, and then the other half was kind of like, I don't know, like my integrity. You know what I mean? Like my integrity is everything.
Hmm.
And I just didn't do it. But then I started a business where I was going to different hotels and schools and teaching people how to unlock their fears and release their
Mm,
fullest potential, because there's so many people. When we did the show, every single person in that audience raised their hand and said they had a fear of something that, like literally are paralyzing them. Now
mm,
I welcome it. You know what I mean? It makes me
yeah.
better. It makes me see things that I thought maybe could have been maybe impossible. I don't see nothing impossible now, but learning that process, that's absolutely everything right now for some people, because a lot of people are very afraid.
Yeah, you should be. You should be afraid of being afraid. Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't no nobody want to die. It's just that's just how it is. So I welcome fear. I welcome that. I love the darkness, so to speak. The darkness will tell you the truth. You're not going to find out who you are in the light. There is no lessons and blessings. You're going to find
That's
out who
right.
you are in the darkness. The person
Wow.
I just heard a lot of people wolf when the lights was on. When you hit the switch on them little bad kids, little bad little kids, they do the most when the lights is on. You turn it, like, oh, the dark scare you. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
why?
I like
Because
that.
you in a position with your worst enemy. You. They put you in a room with your worst enemy. You. Now you see how evil you are, and now you're afraid of the evil things you might do to yourself. You understand? So the darkness is where you find the truth. If you don't find yourself within, for sure you're gonna find yourself without
For
a lot of
sure.
things. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I hate the fact that they have not fixed my Instagram page yet. I
Mm.
usually like to put the pictures up there. Hold on. Let me see. Can we talk a little bit about how did you get into music first and foremost before we even talk about that?
My whole family does music. Like not
You come from a
professionally,
musical
but
family.
yeah, my mom sung in the church, lead singer. My mother played Gladys Knight all around the house. My mother played rap. My mother was a musical, she was an instrument, period. Her blood flowed, her heart beat. She had an eardrum. She used her voice. She was just a walking instrument, as we all are. And she was
Yeah.
just in tune with it. Even if she denied you something, she did it in style. Like, Ma, can I have $10? She say, hell no. Stuff like that. She just would just, she just was that type of person. She would sing it to you.
That is
So
so funny.
all of my cousins rap. I watch all of my cousins rap. God rest his soul, dead wrong. My auntie Judy Anderson. I got a bunch of aunties. Only have two uncles. So my auntie team has sons or whatnot. So all of my cousins rap. God rest his soul. My cousin dead wrong. He passed away. He got killed on in Euclid. His brother rapped. He rapped. They sister rapped. My cousin Marshawn Scott. He was murdered by the police. He rapped. He was an artist. My auntie Pepper, she beatbox. She can rap. My mother I used to get the mic. We do karaoke. It's just I come from a musical family. If somebody start a song in my house, um, somebody else gonna finish it, and it'll just roll through the house. If somebody get to start like, say we leaving,
Everybody on the same
leaving. Somebody
frequency.
else gonna say, on that midnight train to Georgia. Then somebody else will say, moving on the midnight train. It just happens like that in our house. It's funny, but that's
That's
just
dope.
how my whole life it's been like that. So that's what made me like musically inclined, like to just listen to Gladys Knight. And my my grandmother, my mother's mother, she had a strong voice. That's who I actually sound like. I sound like my grandmother. You know what I mean? And people don't
Wow.
understand because they never heard my grandmother's voice. You know what I mean? But my grandmother, God rest her soul, mama, we called her mama. She would cuss you out, didn't care who you was, just met you, cuss you straight out. She didn't throw whatever's next to her at you. Very well disciplined, but didn't play no games about disrespect. You know, so just her raising her voice, Connie, you better come get these kids. That's how she used to actually sound. You better come get this black boy getting on my nerves. And it's just like I got that same voice now, and I use it to sing with it, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. I got an auntie team, all my aunties, I love them to death. My uncles, two of them, one of them passed away. I got one still living. My Uncle Leon, my father still living. I just I just was blessed to grow up rough. You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I was blessed to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I have in me and what you have in you coming up from Cleveland and coming from where we come from, you can't get this at Harvard. You know what I mean?
No,
You can't get
no,
this
no,
at
no,
Princeton.
you
You can't
can't.
get this
No,
at
you can't.
Princeton. But guess what? I can go to Princeton and Harvard and speak. You know what I'm saying? I can bring this there. But that there can never survive around that. We have to protect you if you go where I'm from. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna understand the demographics. You know what I mean? Not to say we better or worse. It's just everybody want their children to be equipped with what we got, street smarts, learn how to struggle, know how to grind, but they don't want their kids to go through how to get it.
But you
So it's
gotta go
kind
through it.
yeah, like it's
My
kind of
grandma
like
said you gotta go through it.
you
That's
got
the
to go
only
through
way.
it. It's kind of like you got to give your kids an apartment for a year in the projects. Like you got to go stay down here for a year. This is going to grow you up. It's kind of like college. It's going to grow you up. Everybody got to pass through there so you can see whether you either a big fish in a small pond or whether you dwell with these people, because it got to be certain type of people to understand that there's other type of people. Everybody can't be on the same level. That's an understanding. You know what I mean? So bring the
No,
pain
it
to me.
doesn't.
Bring the
Wow.
pain to me.
I remember staying in Park Place for 6 months.
Mm.
And I would get up, go to
You
work
learned the
because I work
most.
at
You learned the most out of your whole life.
once,
You learned
go
the
to work
most.
at University Hospital. I was an EMT for 15 years.
Oh.
And yeah, and I would see the same people sitting there when I left. And I'm
Mm.
like, you're not gonna try to do anything with that talent. You're beautiful. You're amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
we do. For a long time, I didn't know what love was. I didn't know how to love myself. I would go and look for beings
Mm.
to fulfill something that I just didn't look within because it's there. It's right there, but I gotta
Mm-hmm.
grab it.
Yep.
Yeah. And because of that, I know that there are people that are on here or may view it after, because that's where the views come after, that say,
Mm-hmm.
dang, I haven't looked at myself either lately. Do I
Yeah.
know who I am? Or am I
Oh,
living my life as others expect me to? I don't want to live like that. I lived like that for a
no.
very long time. Shout out to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm
It'll
glad.
bring the real out you. It ain't. It's not. It's the opposite of the way around. Am I? Do I know who I'm not? A lot of people want to
That,
know who they are. Do I
oh,
know who
yeah.
I'm not? Do you know who you
Mm,
ain't? I know you think you know who you is, but do you know who you ain't is very important.
yeah, it
You know what I
is.
mean? If you ask somebody who they ain't, if somebody knock at your door and you be like, who it ain't, they're gonna be standing out there for a minute. Because when you ask who is it, they're gonna say exactly their name. But if you ask who it ain't, well, it ain't a killer, it ain't a bill collector, it ain't a schemer, I'm not a leech. You know what I mean? Who you not before I let you in. You know, everybody fabricate who they are.
Yeah.
Nobody's keeping real about who they're not. So
Every
that's
day
how I
she
go.
says, look into the mirror to see you.
Yes,
Absolutely. I was in
yes.
Ohio in October and I went to a very dear loved one's funeral.
Mm.
She was 46 years old. But
My
you
condolences.
ever seen someone like they're on their way to, you're trying to stop the train from derailing, but they're just
Mm.
like, I no longer even want to conduct it. Just let it just go. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like that's what, yeah, I feel like
yeah.
that's what she did. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like I was the last phone call before she passed away.
mm,
I just know it and feel it. Like that's what she did. And people just keep dying over and over and all around you, right? And
mm-hmm,
I still smile. I'll just speak for myself. Like I still smile. I still keep my head up. But then sometimes I'm like, dang, I try to just look back just to see how far I've come and not really stay there too long. Because for me, having PTSD from, bodies and bodies and bodies and bodies and bodies as an
mm,
EMT, just in Cleveland alone, not to mention New York City with 150 hallway beds. Can you imagine what that
mm,
emergency department looked like? I did
mm,
it and I seen it over and over and over. And how do you stay sane? You know what I mean? And be
mm-hmm,
yourself without all of this social media. Because we was around before all of this.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we was.
Now this have defined how people feel about themselves. This has defined how people look at themselves, how they
Mm-hmm,
operate. And then they have that thing which you said earlier, um, that instant
mm,
microwave. And
mm-hmm.
it's like,
Gratification.
no. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not what this is. I've been grinding at this thing, whatever this is, not just entertainment, but it's all on purpose. For over 10 years. It took me years before I first got on the stage. And it took a
Mm,
minute before I even decided to like just spread my wings. I just trusted the process. I trusted being a student. I'm still a student.
no
But
doubt.
all of that, I don't want to get it before my time. That's like giving a
Right.
5-year old keys to a car and saying drive. What's
Get
gonna
what
happen?
is you talking about exactly?
Like success, I guess, material things, glamorous beauty things. That's not
Everything happens at its right time.
at its right time.
So whether you got it young, old, it happened when you supposed to have it. I mean, we can't have faith in God to trust his every step and
And
then
see,
say, yeah, and then say he give us something at the wrong time. No, you ready. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This is why when you get older, you understand what your mother and father was talking about. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now you see. Now guess who was in front of you the whole time telling you? Now you see. It was mama, it was daddy,
now
it's
you
me. Yeah, when
see.
the student is ready, the teacher will appear. What that means is it's always the right time for you. You're gonna you deserve it right now. You deserve to see what your fear is on the other side of you. That's what you deserve to do. Like you can't plateau. There is no destination for me as far as music. There's no making it big stream or no. I'm big stream already. Everywhere I go, I can't barely walk through Walmart. I get hugs, daps. I'm out here in California right now, and what I'm saying, not noticed as much. But in Cleveland, man, I'm huge. You know what I'm saying? It didn't take no Bentley. I ain't had no money phone up to my ear. I didn't have no big booty strippers dancing in my videos. I did it. Let me sit up for this.
Yeah, okay, right.
I put myself on your page in the most organic way ever. I didn't use no strippers. I didn't use no guns. I didn't bring nobody down. I put myself going into a courtroom. I got myself where I'm at by sharing my pain with the people. Now, all these other rappers is using chains, jewelry, cars, all that. Listen, I came in the game in the realest way ever. Ever. Nobody ever came in the game like me. And named myself Connie's son, right? Started to cook up, then lose Connie. You understand what I'm saying? I lost Connie. You feel me? And now my mother only passed away. My mother didn't die because everywhere I go, they call me Connie. My name is gone. You know what I'm saying? So I always
Oh
knew that. My
yeah.
mother would never die. My mother only
Her
passed away.
spirit
But
there lives forever.
yeah, I wanted to say that I put myself on in this game in the realest way ever. Nobody put me on. No big dope boy had a bag behind me or none of that. I put myself on by telling the truth. My truth actually scared away more rappers than anything I ever seen. I'm the most duck rapper. I'm supposed to be in the industry. Everybody who hear my music always say a thumbs up, like, man, I like that, I like that, I like that. Why he not signed? Why he not here? Why he not there? I'm the first rapper who's been alienated because I have skills. I thought they hit. I swear, I've never seen this in my life. The first rapper that's been to trial. I fought all my own cases, no co-defendant, haven't robbed nobody. I never robbed nobody in my life. I never took nothing from a man but advice. You can check my street credibility. I would give a dude the one-on-one. I don't do none of that stuff. I give the kids everything. My whole straight A's on my street report card. But guess what? That devilish industry don't want to see the God. And I understand it. It's cool. I ain't forcing my way into the devil's house. You feel me? It's
Yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? One of my angels gonna get in there, open the back door. Somebody gonna see the truth. Like, man, I gotta let him in, man. We gotta. Yeah, it's time to do some renovation around here, man. You know, because
But
what's
it'd be
done in
the
the dark
right
will come
ones
to the light.
that you wanna, it'd be the right ones that you wanna partner with though.
No, not
Because
even that. Because it don't make no difference who God around. It's God.
mm,
If you say, all right,
mm,
who will be a good match versus God? God, and you'll be like, just stop right there. What is you talking about? Like, come, I don't care who let me in. When I get in there, his ways will be exposed because I don't care about the
that's
money. I don't care
that's
about the
true.
money. My message is more important. His ways will be exposed. He will fall off. God will eradicate him out of my life. Whatever woman, she will be exposed. She will get eradicated out of my life. They end up
Mhm.
stealing. They end up stealing stuff I don't care about, like money. You feel what I'm saying? Just don't steal the knowledge from the kids that I'm giving them. My money ain't nothing. I can't take that with me. So why anybody go through that? I don't care about the money. That's what makes them fear me the most. It's hard to beef with a guy you can't pay off. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what's up? I give you 50,000 to squash it. I don't want the money. I want in. You're like, oh my God.
That's real easy when you say that too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so you're not gonna take that offer, huh? I
No,
like
no,
to do
no,
it my
no.
way.
I want my shot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's coming. It's definitely coming. What the inspiration behind this? This gives me the first of the month when everyone would be so happy. Like first of the month, like the refrigerator is full. The
Yeah,
music
that
is
album
always
right
playing,
there.
but the music is extra loud. And
Oh
the
man.
block is happy. The entire block is
Man,
happy.
that
And we
album.
went through that vicious cycle over and over and over again.
Hmm.
And then there's so much more. I mean, you have to definitely open up the package of, Ohio Black Blues, because if you go
Yeah,
in, it tells a story. A lot of
yeah.
different stories.
Right, right. What
Yeah.
inspired that was I write music. First of all, I listen to beats for hours. I'm weird. We artists. So artists is weird. I'm just not the artist that paint his nails and toes. I don't do
Uh-huh.
that type of weird. Um I'm Jay-Z weird. You know what I mean? I'm Andre 3000 type of weird. You know what I mean? Real secluded. I really got social anxiety. After I do my shows, I'm ready to leave. I really don't like to be around a lot of people. But a room for the 13, 14, we can all talk, that's cool. But too many people,
Yeah.
I don't like that. So what inspired that is I just write music and I listen to beats for hours and I don't have a subject when I go into my zone. I don't have a subject. The beat picked me and the beat tells me what to say. I never said I'm gonna write filthy. I never said I'm gonna write about this. I never said I'm right. The beat actually guides the words that go out of my mouth. So that's a fact. So I had these songs. I knew I was gonna call it block blues because if you live on the block, it's obviously you got the blues. Fact.
No, that's facts.
So I didn't know what list to put them in. Man, what would be first? Man, what would be second? Man, because all of the songs I was letting people hear, and they're like, man, I don't know what's going to be first. This is nice.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Everybody had their favorite. So if I couldn't speak it like it was a story, that's how the songs had to come out. I had to tell it like a story, and it's just laid like that. That was going to be the first, you know what I mean, all the way through. So that's how
Yeah.
it came out to be that paragraph. Just being creative in that sense.
Yeah, because literally it's like a testament.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. And that's how I put the songs in order by saying it
And
like a
in
testament. Like, what
Connie's
is it?
son's way. A
Right,
testament to Connie's son's way. His
right.
uh journey. Yeah, that's amazing.
And the food stamp card idea, it was all my idea, but people can relate to it because Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang did it first. He had a food stamp
Mm.
card. He had his ID, his actual government. ID, it's welfare ID on there, but I went to the food stamp card. And I utilized that because I know how sensitive rappers are. They real sensitive. They've been this way since you know what I mean? When I come in the room and they know I can rap, I'm in shape, they get intimidated. It is what it is. All of them do. Nobody is the same when I step in the booth. Because chances are when I spit my verse, I'm probably talking to you. And I never even wrote it around you. I'm just talking about people that's impersonating the game, period.
Yeah, yeah.
So I made the album cover to save my life. That's why I chose the food stamp card. Because I didn't want to come with the cars and the rings and the jewelry to make it look like I was coming at people. I wanted to connect with them. You feel me? If you got one of these in your family, we cousins. Period. I don't care who you is. We related. Understand this symbol. It was a sign and a symbol, and to reach out to our people, to my people. Like, look, when I come and I'm talking, bro, if you ain't got one of these in your family, punch me in the mouth. And I used to say that wherever I go. If you ain't got a food stamp card in your family, please step away from the stage. You ain't gonna understand what I'm about to start rapping. And nobody
Oh,
left.
yeah, that's true though.
You feel what I'm
Those,
saying?
some people, some of those conversations that I have with, some of my business counterparts, they don't even know what that even is. A
Exactly,
struggle,
yeah.
make
So
mayo sandwiches.
yeah,
They don't know
rich
nothing
kids,
about it.
rich kids barely make it to the NFL and the NBA. You know what I mean? They barely make it. When they get there, chances are they don't be as tough and
Oh no, I'm freezing. Hi, inspiring decisions. I can't even take it down. Thank you guys so much for being here. Yeah, he's got to come back. All right. Hello. Hello. Yes. Connie's son. He is absolutely amazing. Inspiring decisions. Thank you so much for being here. Underscore baby doll underscore to you. Hello. Wait, he got bad reception. I know that's the thing about sometimes being outside. Thank you. Hey, Carmela, look at there. All of the Cleveland people in the house. Hello. Let's see if like bring it back. Rewind.
I can't deal. I'm gonna tell you before we get off of here though, we got like 15 minutes. But I was gonna say rich kids don't make it to the league because they feel like they're privileged already. They don't have to run suicides or work extra hard. Why would I have to do that? It's food already on my table. See, that other kid can dig deep and tap into things like my dad not around, my mom struggling. I'm gonna get her up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a different type of demographic. Now somebody be reporting my pages, right? I have a secret hater. Like, I don't know that somebody is this bored and they hate my life, but they reported my last page. They just tried to report this page today. Just like this phone, just said my phone is overheating and you can't use it till it cool down. Like, I don't even have it plugged up or nothing. I don't get it. So,
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah, it's weird. So,
Just the
yeah,
politics
yeah,
of the
politics
business,
is usually
because I
wild. It's
remember
usually wild.
my Facebook page, my name is spelled wrong and they still haven't corrected it because my page was taken down a couple times for
Mm,
offensive content, and all I post is quotes.
that's
All I
crazy.
post is quotes in my
Offensive.
flyers. Like, I don't post anything else, and it's like, dang, somebody really like would sit there with their miserable selves, right,
Hmm.
and press that button.
It's actually time for us to build our own network. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we got to have our own black Instagram that blacks is on there only. You know what I mean? So we can actually build something that everybody can't stick their nose in and try to control and say, hey, we here to help. It's cool. I know you're here to help, but we don't need your help. We need to help ourselves first. You know what I mean? That way our stuff can't crash because we got Tyler Perry at the head of it. We got Oprah at the head of it. You got Jay-Z and Beyonce who comes and buys everything up at the head of it. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to start secluding ourselves and protecting our information, because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. The way that I speak and the way that I talk makes me afraid of my people, because all my people say is, man, be careful, man. You know they don't like that. You know
Oh, yeah,
they
I've
be
been told
like, who
that.
is we talking about? They, like, they,
Yeah.
you know, they watching, and you know they still say they don't even have the heart to say exactly who it is. You understand what I'm
Mm.
saying? And I say exactly who it is on my platform. I won't do it on yours. But it's just, yeah, it's because it might make yours crash. Even we got the elites, we got the people who we look up to are scared to say what's actually going on.
Oh,
We
of
got
course.
Steve Harvey's playing the game. So how we gonna believe in God and be afraid of them? That's smacking God in the face. This is why we
Them,
won't excel.
them and they, them and
Yeah,
they.
we put them and
Yeah.
they in front of God every day.
I
Every day
can't
we do
even
it.
do that. That don't even go together. I moved away from Cleveland 15 years ago, and God has been with me every step of the way. There is no way that I would be living here on the East Coast without
Mm-hmm.
him, with no family.
Mm.
I love family. I love you, but I have to go. Um, there's
You
no
know
way I
how
could
it
have done
go.
it without God. God is always first. There is no other order.
He can't be defined. God can't be
It's
defined.
not.
He
It
can't.
just is.
Yeah, it's just is. It's an energy. It's a flow. It's things that you don't understand. It's the eyeball, the retina. Like you could put together any body part, but ain't nobody ever created the eye again. Once that's gone, it's gone. That's proof that God exists. It's certain things that you don't understand that you can't make again. You
Yeah.
understand? So, and if to try to compete with God, you will find yourself in a terrible situation. To try to compete with him, to try to help everybody with their problems, to try to be there for everybody, to try to compete with God. You're tripping. Believe in him, trust him. He's going
Yeah.
to teach them people. Don't try to compete with him. Why would you do
Caesar,
that?
Caesar underscore Rio says God first and man will follow.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep,
That's what made up.
absolutely.
That's what created the story. God.
So are you working on any projects now?
Yes, yes, yes. As you can see, I got a partnership with Fully Focused Entertainment. Shout
Uh,
out to Fully Focused. I got a partnership with these guys. Great, great partnership with these guys. I cooked up a project for them. Um, we cooking it up. We wait for the world to open back up so we can actually start traveling and putting it out here and whatnot. We recording videos. We recording more and more songs. You know what I mean? That's a project for them. I'm also working on my Blockblues 3, Worldly News, or whatever it's going to be. I'm trying to make it, it'll actually be a saga. Blockblues Volume 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just Blockblues it all the way out. You know what I mean? And that's all I can
wow.
do. I got my own. That'll be coming this winter. Around November, Blockblues 3 will be here. You know, I'm
Yeah,
getting
he's
more.
definitely very talented. They say you're very talented.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks for all the viewers, all the watchers who on here, man. Caesar
I
Rio.
know, rocking with
Yeah,
us for an hour.
I owe Caesar Rio a course, but I'm gonna do him one better. I got something for you, good brother. He's been patient, real solid dude, man. Y'all go follow Caesar Rio, the one, man. He's the truth, man. He a good
Oh,
dude, man.
okay. I
Yes,
make sure
yes,
I write that
solid,
down.
solid cat, man. Solid cat, hard working cat, straight up knowledge. He's gonna make real. He's gonna make a lot of noise real soon. Me and him gonna link, man. I like him a lot. Stay blessed, my brother.
Who was
Stay
talking
blessed and
about
keep
you
grinding.
earlier? Someone sent me a message. Dion's restaurant.
Hmm.
They said some amazing things about you. And I remember going to that store when it was on, the restaurant when it was on like Superior over there by
Yeah,
like
84th.
Eddie's.
It's still Superior.
Yeah.
It's still on
Yeah.
Superior. It's just on 79th now. Shout out to Dion's Restaurant, man. Finest food in the city, man. Great food, man. Chicken Philly with the Alfredo sauce on it. That's the Connie Son sandwich. Yeah, get you a chicken Philly with some Alfredo sauce on it. Don't get no cheese. Just get the Alfredo sauce on the sandwich and the fries. Delicious. Delicious,
Talk
man. Shout
about
out to Dion.
consistency. They've been in business for a long time.
Yeah, he opened that business, man. Dion is actually his little brother.
Yeah.
He killed himself. It was a tragic
Yeah.
story. Yeah, he had made a mistake and hit a lady, and she was pregnant, and they said that she had died, but she didn't. And he went home and killed himself and didn't know that she didn't die. You know what I'm saying? But he was so distraught about the situation. So his big brother went into business as far as food and put the restaurant in his name at the age of 21 or 22 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it's still going, and it's still going through all the rain and the pain. Shout out to his queen, Vanessa, when things was rocky for him. And you know how men get. We'll go off to the wayside. She held it down, kept it open. He just got her a Benz today. When you stay down
I
and
know,
stay
yeah, I
true, this is
seen
what,
it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to congratulate greatness, man. It just ain't, you know, even though I can't reach Beyonce and Jay-Z, we still got those people in my community. Straight like that. Straight
That's
like
the
that. You know
best.
what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
that's the best
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah, still got the people in my community like that, straight like that.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. He said some beautiful things. And I said, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
That
a
is
good brother.
awesome.
He taught me a
What
lot about business.
he did? Yeah, because they've
Yes.
been in business for I remember my club days going to the restaurant there.
What you was about to ask? What question you was about to ask though?
Oh, I was gonna ask, dang, that threw me off. Yeah, I was
Girl, get out the
actually
club.
thinking about
Get
what to
out the
think.
club.
Can you tell me what advice, that's what it was, what advice would you give to an artist, an upcoming artist, or someone who's thinking about going into it? Because this industry looked totally different from even when I first started.
Yeah. Do your homework. Do your homework on music and just if you're not ready to see your album covers and your CDs on the ground and stepped on, your flyers and stuff stepped on, and people saying your stuff is trash, don't get into this business. Don't think every little dude that make a song with auto tune on it and show a gun get the winning. Don't do that. Don't get in this game for that. There is an art behind this. It's a craft to it. It's wordplay. You know,
Mhm.
every leader is a reader. You can't lead if you don't read. So when you read, you up your vocabulary. Now you can pronounce things. Now you can go into deep storytelling and stuff of that nature. You just don't want to be no guy who jumping into rap because it look cool to do.
I
You
tried
know
to
what I
tell
mean?
my son that,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't see nobody who trying to drive planes because it look cool to do. You know, you just ride them. You get on. You'll never try to go in the cockpit. Pilot, what y'all doing? You just leave all them buttons alone. You leave all that alone. So do the same thing with the rap. That's the same amount of buttons you got to press. You got people that scheming, scamming, signing your life over, getting you to do stuff, taking all type of weird
Oh,
pictures.
God.
Yeah, it is a lot of demons that come with music, and people don't understand that. It's demons that come with music. You know what I mean? And that's the truth.
I feel like they coming in everything in any part of the industry that you in, some form or fashion. The devil in the red dress, literally.
Music more.
Because even yeah, probably, I
Because
guess.
it's chanted. Because every music is more because it's chanted. Everything else is just symbolic. You just look at it, you see it, you got to catch it. The eye of Horus, the signs and symbols. Music is chanted. Kill him, right up on him, kill it. Kill him. I'ma die today. Hope my homie die. We gonna kill him, die, chanted, kill him. That is the difference. That's what make it demonic on all levels because it's chanted. Prayers is said in silence
Oh yeah, because I was listening
because
to
the
the
devil can't hear
phone the
you.
other day. It was like more murder, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta turn this off. I'm in a whole nother space. I can't. I gotta protect my energy at all times. I used to love that because you need to survive. Like when I went back home, I said, whoa shoot, I survived this. This is wow. It looks different.
Mo Murder.
Yeah,
That was
and it was, but they
classic.
said it over and over and over and
Classic.
over again. They
Come again.
and it just keep doing it over and over again, and you will find yourself in a world and haven't even realized that you done switched over into another world because of the
Mm,
vibration that you done tuned into.
yeah.
Nah,
This is
nah.
why you don't see Chinese babies. You don't see Chinese babies because Chinese people And Asian people are the smartest. They smart. They very intelligent, and they understand the digestive system. We think the digestive system is just things that we eat. It's what you see and what you hear as well.
All
You
right.
digest that. You digest it. You can never get rid of it. So they don't bring their babies or children out into the world or give them tablets. They don't do that because their brain are not ready to digest certain things that they're going to see. So they make sure they fully develop 10, 11 before they get to see a TV. Other than that, they are reading. They're doing math problems. They're learning their name. They're learning how to write. You understand what I'm saying? And we don't adopt. Those are the measurements we used to use. They took
Because I didn't
ours.
watch that much TV.
They took ours and indoctrinated like, hold on, these kings and queens have fell off.
Yeah.
Let's take their knowledge and run it up. These kings and queens have dropped their books. It's written on
Oh
walls over here in
God.
Egypt. They don't even want to travel over here. They scared of planes. They scared of water. They're too bougie. They
Uh,
don't walk barefooted. Yeah. So this is why you don't see Chinese babies, because what you digest is very harmful for you if you're not ready for it. You know what I mean? And we forced to digest a lot of that stuff early and regurgitate it up in our relationships. You know what I mean? Broken men, broken women. You know what I mean? Now he responding like his mother that was raised that raised him instead of his father. He never seen a man respond, so he got women tendencies. He want to fight her and all. Like, dude, wait a minute. You responded like it's cool to have emotions, but you got your mother's emotions. Have your father's emotions. Walk out the house, go shoot some pool, come back with something to eat, apologize, say let's talk about it. Don't punch me in the face because you know what I
my
mean. We're
my
not doing that.
my children's father was like that, and it was a history because then his mom came to me one day and she looked at me like something was wrong with me, and I'm like, girl, you see my face? I can't even see. She like, oh, she's all right. But then this is a person who the father, whatever. And it's like it's
What?
just a repetitive, terrible cycle of
Mm,
abuse. And I'm just so happy um to just have answered the calling and to be have been great raised by my grandmother. You know, when my daughter's father was murdered in Cleveland, it
mm.
kind of took something out of me. That was a really good friend of mine. You know what I mean? Like a really good friend. Oh, he's freezing again. Hello, everyone. I think we got like 4 more minutes left. It doesn't even let me click off. And see, yep, the cycle has to be broken at some point. Yep, it sure does. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, it's too much power going on.
That is, yeah,
It's
that's true.
entirely too much power going on right now.
It's like a surge. You ever watch
They
the
even stopped our viewers at 145. They stopped them at 140. It just stayed at 145. Like now it's at 146, 144.
and it
It's
was higher than that.
man, they stopped it at 145. Like,
Oh, they
hold
be
up.
kicking people out of my
Yeah,
life.
this is
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yep. That's what
I
they
appreciate
do.
everybody for watching, man. Once again, sister, man, you are a very virtuous woman. I appreciate you having me on your platform. You're gonna do big things, man. Hey,
Yeah.
just keep striving, keep striving. Don't run away from the dark. Don't run away from the dark. Don't be afraid to be alone. This is why
Oh man.
they use solitary confinement in prison as a as a mechanism to punish you. They put you in a
Hmm.
room by yourself with your worst enemy. You know what I mean? So don't ever be afraid to be by yourself to grow. You understand? Willingly, you know what I mean? Learn how to be uncomfortable. Because uncomfortable, you growing. When your legs burning, you doing squats, you uncomfortable. I don't like the way that feel, but guess what? You growing.
Growing.
You
Yep.
understand?
That's
You
true.
growing. You growing. You growing. So continue to grow. Continue on your path. Choose your path. Thank you for having me on here. And you
No,
have a
but you
blessed one anytime.
can. You can
No
choose
doubt.
it.
Yes, you can.
I could have easily still be off an Ansel on Dallas Road. I mean, easily. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
She said, "Can we hear you rap?" We got like 1 minute left.
Who said that? Who you rap? Who said that?
Marche underscore 005.
Oh, Marche, what you want to hear? Positive, what you want to hear? Bittersweet memories, painful thoughts in my head, bittersweet memories. When I was locked in that cell, pray for my enemies. Used to be off with their head, don't look for love. Now the people only want bread, you feel my energy. First in your heart, then your head. When I say I come from under, that mean I walk with the dead, follow my ancestors. So I ain't never misled. Study your bloodline, cause they gon' tell it in red. I'm not your enemy. So why you plotting and scheming in the same vicinity? I'm in the streets that you be in. Your brother, your cousin, my cousin, your sister, my sister. It's a thin line between the hustle and pusher. We got the same grind, the same mind, the same struggle, the same pain. What makes you think that I don't love you? We so cold, y'all. Let's get back in control, y'all. If he howling in business, you need to be getting involved at all. There you go.
Ooh, you did it.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful for you doing that because you never know.
no
Some
doubt.
people be like, oh my God, my assistant calling me. You got to get off.
Yeah.
That
It be
was
like that.
very
It be
nice
like that.
that you did that for her. Thank
No doubt,
you.
no doubt. You stay blessed,
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Connie's son.
Yeah.
So at the end of every show, since we're at the end now, I ask everyone this question. If you could give
Hmm.
us one word or a sentence, something to help motivate or inspire as we continue to move forward. It's funny because the whole conversation has been inspirational, but one more thing, a word or a sentence. It's up to you.
As a great word is my auntie Judy, the big sister of the family. It's easy to be anyone. It's hard to be number one. Always remember that.
Mm. It's easy to be anyone. It's hard to
Hmm.
be number one.
Always
Thank you
remember that.
so much, Connie Sun. I appreciate you. Love, light, and energy to you as you continue on this journey. And I would definitely be keeping in touch and following along and see what's next,
I
what's coming
appreciate that.
out. Right?
I appreciate the
Yes.
gift as
Thank
well. I
you.
appreciate the gift you sent me as well. I'll be utilizing it.
Oh yes. Oh my
There
God. I
you
didn't
go.
even
The
shout out my
QR code.
sponsor because this has been so
You
good.
you can do
10K
that. Go ahead.
cards. Thank you, 10K cards. Oh, that is so funny. I'm like, oh my God, I must have went somewhere in this
No doubt.
conversation. 10K Cards is my sponsor for this show. It's a digital business card where literally I recently spoke in Brooklyn, New York, and I was
Mm,
able to like pass out my cards to so many people without even being next to them. Like you can
mm.
airdrop it, you can put it on your phone, and it looks like this, like an app if you make it as a bookmark. It looks just like an app.
Right.
It
No
doesn't
doubt.
use the space as an app because it's cloud based, so it's like absolutely amazing. And you can put your videos, you can put your PayPal, your Venmo accounts, you can put your website, your merchandise, um everything pretty much. And now that
How
we're in
long
this
do it
virtual
last?
world. Hmm.
How long do it
What'd you
last?
say?
How long do the QR code
Forever,
last?
as you need to update. You
Oh,
just for you, because you're a part of the
that's dope.
show, you just reach out and he will update and do whatever
That's
whatever it is that
love.
you need to be added. So just take a look at it, and whatever you need added, deleted, or whatever, we'll be happy to do so. But it's a gift, so for you forever
That's dope. I
as we
appreciate that.
continue to expand.
I need
And
that.
yes, it is black owned, black tech
Yep.
company,
Oh,
guys.
that's going. Black Tech Company. Guys, I'm putting that on shirts and everything. Watch. Tell him I'm gonna shout him out.
Right. And then you
No doubt.
got the QR
The
code.
QR
So
code.
they,
That's what I'm gonna put on my
yes.
shirts right there.
Yep. You got the QR code. So everything, all the contacts and everything just come up right in that space right there. And that is my amazing partner. And I'm so grateful for him. And thank you for bringing that up because I would have beat myself. Every time when I get a good conversation, I just forget all about the commercials
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. So
But
thank
the
you.
great
I
ones, the great
appreciate
ones
you.
remind you. The great ones remind you. Believe that.
Right.
Believe that.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much. So have a great evening,
You
everyone.
too.
Yes, boss it
Thank y'all for
up.
tuning in.
All right, take care. Bye
All
bye.
right, you too.